Descent into MS, Part 4, Differing Perspectives and MS. Before we start, I owe an apology to David from St Andrew's Hospice. Last episode I forgot to mention him when talking about his workplace. David is the glue that holds it all together. He never forgets a name and always welcomes you with a smile. You're a good man, David. I hope you weren't running around with a long wig, playing air guitar while Joe was off on holiday. Then again, I hope you were. Part 1. One Flew Over the Hospice Nest. I'm digressing already. Remember One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest from episode 2? I can now see Margaret, June and Pauline joining David in the conservatory. There's a class in session, but the jackets are on the floor, just spilled everywhere. Patients are smoking, feet on chairs. Alexa's turned up to 11. David starts a poker game, playing for cigarettes. He is now Randolph P. McMurthy, the life of the place. If he hires a boat and asks you to go fishing, go fishing. But then Joe returns from holiday. Margaret sees him coming, and like Chief Bromden, picks up the water cooler to smash through the window. It bounces off. Joe, deadpan, points out that the door next to the window is open. Joe turns off Alexa. Patients stub out cigarettes sheepishly. June and Pauline pick up the jackets. Joe stares at David. David stares back. If Joe wants a battle of wits, David won't fight with an unarmed man. Joe is more Nurse Ratched, routine and authority. His revenge, David stops smiling, stops remembering names, lobotomised by Joe. The place becomes spotless. Jackets are hung up. Margaret brings Joe tea and a chocolate biscuit. Joe reaches for his phone. Time to meditate. Mindfulness is piped through the tannoy. Every day at the same time, and always a penguin biscuit. But Joe, you're not Nurse Ratched. You're a different dress size. And anyway, we all know Margaret is a chief, just not Chief Bromden. You're a happy team. We love the classes. Just don't take holidays again. Alright? Part 2. Guests and Mind Snaps. Enough insulting people for now. Today we've got E and Sandy, backed by popular demand. Mainly their own. And a special guest, Steve. Steve runs Mind Snaps, a mental health charity for men. Steve also has MS, so we'll talk to him later. I once won a Carnegie bursary to complete a Masters in Web Authoring and Multimedia. Many years ago now. Thanks, Mr. Carnegie. In Hamilton Townhouse, they've even got his library ticket on display. Carnegie was once the richest man in the world. A Victorian Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos. But he gave people warmth, books and a place of safety. He'd be spinning in his grave, seeing libraries and leisure centres being closed down today. Labour in name only. Part 2. Poverty, Privilege and Perceptions. Money goes to money. Pulp's common people has it right. You can't replicate poverty when you've got a rich family to fall back on. When the roaches climb the wall, call your father and he can end it all. Same with Holden Caulfield and the Catcher in the Rye. Full of it, he was always going to fall back in Grand's money. Orwell's Down and Out in Paris and London, that was at least an honest attempt. I sometimes wonder if my MS mind gets too much, could I go travelling, roughing it across Europe, busking on the street corners. I imagine a sign, homeless, please help, on one side. On the other side, work shy asshole. I romanticise Woody Guthrie with his guitar sticker, this machine kills fascist. His life is tough, filled with personal and social upheaval. The same Woody Guthrie portrayed in the recent Dylan film in an asylum towards the end of his days. Part 4. Films, Fantasies and Gladiator 2. I like films, but not too many. I watch the same ones over and over, so I'm not disappointed with the ending. Films are all about perception. Recently, I went to see Gladiator 2. The first film was great. The second, my mind wandered. I imagined Gladiator confronting an army at a bridge. He gave a big speech. They stop. Then someone throws a stone, hits his helmet. Another stone hits his shield. Soon it's raining stones. Gladiator's lying there, shielding himself. Someone yells, using Glasgow patter,
"You wee pudding puller, away you go."
Another shouts.
"And your da sells even."
They all laugh and stroll off. Another guy shouts.
"Your ma's got paws and your da loves it."
His mate slaps him.
"Too far, you walloper, move."
Gladiator stands up, dusts himself down, looks back to his army. Another stone hits his helmet. He flinches.
"Mighty Gladiator, away and raffle your donut, or I'll tan your ass."
You couldn't say "I'll tan your ass" to a bear now. They'd be confused and worried. But seriously, in the film, the sharks and Roman slave ships in the arena, that ruined the film for me. Overkill, pretending lemons are strawberries. You took it too far. Part 4. Perceptives and MS. Perception is everything. Imagine the next ice age wipes all of us out. Aliens arrive. They find a gable end with
"Tongs your bass."
spray painted on it. They clean it, put it in a museum, and marvel at how artistic we were. Perception. In Norman McCaig's poem Assisi, tourists pity a disabled beggar until they hear his beautiful voice. Perceptions change. 1980s new flash. The Japanese have a shower daily. Very strange. What's a shower? My mum explained Americans have them too. Different times, different perspectives. I don't think they'd be washing their bairns in the kitchen sink. Another news flash from the 80s. Communist Romania was condemned for CCTV surveillance. Now look at us. Different perceptions. Part 5. MS. A different perspective. MS gives me a different perspective. My mind wanders. It's slower now. Maybe it's the medication. Maybe it's the scars in my brain. As Pink Floyd said, there's someone in my head, but it's not me. MS affects rich, poor, and those in between. It's our common bond. Tell people you have MS. Tell people when you're low. Get help. You've got lemons. Don't pretend you've got strawberries. MS is your poverty, but it can also be your richness. It's your experience. In Franz Kafka's The Trial, Joseph K. is condemned without ever knowing why. That's MS. You don't know why or when the sentence ends. Accept it, make the most of it. You don't have to change people's perspectives. Live by your own. Do something each day that reminds you of who you are and who you were before MS. In Dylan Thomas's poem Fernhill, he warns that time runs away before you notice. Don't let that be you. Don't let your lemons rot away. Part 6. Call to Action. Lemonade Revolution. One day, I would like to see youths chased from a skate park because it's full of mobility scooters and wheelchairs, tearing it up. I want Brighton seafront filled with mobility scooters and walkers, like a modern day mod invasion. Hundreds of them. Change your perception. Don't let the old rocking chair get you. Your experiences make you battle-hardened MS warrior. You're Spartacus. Live your best MS life. Help others do the same. Don't pretend you've got sharks in your arena to please others. Be you, warts and all. Love you, warts and all. That's your homework from the concluding episode of Descent into MS. My work here is done. Thanks for listening. P.S. If you don't take this advice, sleep with one eye open. Why? Ian Sandy will hunt you down and kick your ass. Be warned. Quick! E. Sandy, it's the pharmaceuticals. Get down. They're trying to get in.
Right, Luigi, let's get out of here. That's our work done. I hated that podcast.